Alright, so I thought I'd make a video while I put I got a headset with microphones, so hopefully it sounds a lot better. You can hear me a lot better. But I'm putting on this last seat cover. I put the one on the other one, and it's kind of taking me a while to get this one on there, so I just kept putting it off or whatever. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll just make a video and chit chat while I'm getting my seat cover back on and shit. And it's kind of a pain because it's like the upholstery plus like whatever this is made out of makes it kind of a sticky, like it gets caught and stuck in, I don't know, just kind of a adhesive. It's an adhesive seat cover. I don't know, not really, but seems like it. Anyways, should be pretty simple. I got the head fucking cover thing here. And it's like, man, I knocked this out in 20 minutes, you know. 5 minutes flat, you know, world record. I've just been putting it off for so long. I feel like, geez, can I just get this done, you know, faster than fucking molasses? You know, black strap molasses and stuff. And it's like, sure, dude. Fucking 0 to 60 and 3.4. We'll just be going at the speed of right now. The speed of whatever you want. Magic speed. I suppose. So, alright. It was already going faster than that other one. I feel like the first seat was like, it was like trying to put like the square block into like the square fucking hole. And I was like, you know, I know I'm doing this right. You know, it like only goes one way. You can like clearly see which side goes at the bottom and which side goes to the top. Because like one is like clearly kind of bigger and more flamboyant. As far as like, you know, displacing space and shit. And I was like, man, this shit is, And I questioned it, and I kept looking at it, and I'm like, why am I even questioning this shit? It's just a seat cover, jeez. I know I got it right, like, it only goes one way. I mean, it's clearly bigger at the bottom. I can just see, look at my seat. You know, so it's a square, the square fucking block toy thing. Going into a square fucking hole. And I was like, I know this fits here, like, I know this is the answer, dang it. I kept looking at it all crazy, like, I don't know. It's like if you ever had those days where you're spelling the word horse or house or, I don't know, bar stool even, and it's like, you're spelling it. You're even saying it, and you're going over it, and you're like, spell it out, and you write it out, and you're like, fuck. This all looks so jumbled, or messed up, or not enough, or too much, or like, I'm missing a letter, and you're like, man, you know, it just looks weird and wacky. What is it about that? You know, I don't know if everybody's had that experience, but I know I have on countless times. And there have been times where I've looked at it, and it's like, is that what dyslexia is? But like, they have it all the time? Like, you know, dyslexia is like an actual disorder, so, or an actual diagnosis, or an actual thing where it's not your occasional blipping moment in any human's life where they're like, what was that? That was weird. You know, I could have sworn that triangle would fit in that thing. Trying to put it in the rectangle slot. But like, I don't know. I remember, like, I recall, like, being pretty, aware of, like, what I went through visually with these words. I remember looking at it, and I was like, the way I was seeing the letters together, I almost wanted to pronounce it different, like it was a different language or something. Like, I was reading it as if it had accents, or, I don't know, like, you know, like, resume, or I don't even know, like, even musical pauses, you know, it was really weird. I just remember looking at it, and it looked to me like, almost like another, like, when I say another language, I mean language itself was, like, redeclared or something. There was another way in which to, like, not another language like English or Spanish or something. It was like another way of language completely. Like some undiscovered realm in the brain that registers how to language, you know? I had the do-it-yourself, the DIY language book in my fucking brain for just a few minutes of time. I mean, it was a pretty decent amount of time, because I remember just staring at it, and I was like, man, what do I do? This word ain't right. I can't just sign on to this and sign my... Man, this is difficult. It's like sticks all weird, and it's not like I paid, you know, it's not like woven steel fabric or anything. I can't really be too rough around the edges with it, which is really tough, because I was a heavy wheeled vehicle mechanic for over 10 years in the military. And, you know, 3 years overseas and stuff, and I'm used to no armor and then lots of armor, and that shit is heavy. Like, oh man, I had one of the worst, like, just an awful accident. I closed a 550-pound, is it hydraulic or pneumatic? Pneumatic assisted door, which is just an air assisted door. It's like a, you like open it up and it kind of goes, and it's got a piston. I don't know, you'd have to kind of see it. I'm more of like a visual spatial learner, or like a hands-on. Like, I actually see what you're talking about. But sometimes, like, you know, the sound effects help out if you've heard like something pneumatic before. Basically, it's just an air-assisted door. So instead of what a hydraulic system would sound like, you know what? You'd probably just have to like kind of hear these things or know these things a little bit. But anyway, it's an air-assisted door instead of a liquid. Hydraulic, it's like a liquid oil or something that, or something. I mean, it's a lubricant kind of that just sort of opens the door, like oil opens the door. Pressurized oil instead of pressurized air. You know, it's like a can of whipped cream opening the door versus the power of a can of whipped cream versus I don't know, a can of silly string, I guess. I don't know what to compare it to. What the heck is a hydraulic toy? Nerf water gun. Something. No, it's not quite the same. It's like an actuated. You have to like have an actuator on there. But anyways, like, I've worked with nothing but super heavy motherfuckers my whole life. You know, I mean, basically my whole life. Like 20 years old I started, and then I only got out some years ago. And it's like, I closed a 450-pound pneumatic assisted door on my hand. And I remember closing the door because I wasn't paying attention, or like the door, the handle was really sensitive, and I fucking just pulled on it a little bit. And they were really sensitive, some of them, you know, it was like touch and go. A lot of us mechanics just had to like loosen them up, tighten them up, loosen them up, tighten them up, like feel them out until there was like that perfect amount of resistance, or you were like breathing on it. It was like the whole door would open up, and nobody wants that in the middle of a mission. Your door just flies open. Like, seriously, there's no like locks on it unless you actually use the lock to lock your door down. If you don't have a lock on it and you accidentally like put your arm on it and it's just like, you're like, whoa, you know, it's all fucked up and shit for just a minute. And you're probably fine, but Jesus, man, I don't want to go off probably fine. I want to be, we're all A-okay and shit. So it's really just a big learning process half the time with those like new up armor vehicles, you know. You gotta learn these things by like oh shit moments, lots and lots of oh shit moments, because nobody knows. A lot of times even the engineers couldn't see that shit coming. But I closed. I didn't even slam it because it's air assisted. It just closes, opens. It's really quite nice. You know, it's kind of a luxury, I guess. I mean, I can open and close the door by myself, but whatever. We needed that shit probably because of the weight of the door, is what I'm supposing. It was just because of the weight of the door. What the hell weighs 450 fucking pounds? Just a door. It's like, damn. And that wasn't even like when the armor got heavy. It was like, that was just, you know, the rubric standard halfway through or something. Who knows what it is now? Right, just a giant China wall, you know, folded and collapsed to make it look like a vehicle. So it's like, you know, lots of layers. Okay, so yeah, I closed the door in my hand, and I remember closing the door. And I look up, and I was like, is my hand in here? Did I close my hand in the door? I didn't even know it. I didn't feel it. I just looked at my position in the vehicle, the way I was sitting, and how my hands were situated. And I was like, where's my other hand type thing? Like, I didn't even fucking worry or fret or freak out or move fast to fix it. I was like, huh. And I looked up, and sure as shit, my whole hand was closed into this door. I was like, whoa! Like, I freaked the fuck out vocally. Just, my natural alert system just kind of tends to make a sound effect, at least. Obviously, I'm not going to yank my hand out. I'm not retarded. So, I open it up, obviously, right away. And I don't think I did it like fast as I can. I mean, it's a pneumatic assisted door. It's gonna open up as fast as it fucking can. You can't go any faster. You get pedal to the metal that bitch, and it's just gonna open up however it's set to open up. My hand comes out and I look at it. And it's not fast or slow. I don't remember any of that shit. I don't remember that. And I look, and it's like I see bone, a little bit of bone. Like it was a deep in. And that's it. And like, you know, the rest, obviously, preceding the bone. And it was like, just a once in. I was like, devastated. But I was like, man, I don't even fucking feel this. Like, is that normal? And I figured it was. You know, you see the movies or you hear like people talk about it. And like their drive or their, you know, veracity. You know, their overall natural chemicals of like holy shit kick in, and they're too holy shit. We're freaking out to really say one way or the other that their fucking hand or leg or chest or whatever the fuck happened hurts or not. So I was like, okay, and I took my hand over to like the nearest like bottle of water, and I washed it out. And I remember thinking, like, I remember like shaking my hand as if like, oh, ow, like some sort of trained method. Like maybe it did hurt to some degree somewhere in my brain, and I was like, I can sense and pick this up naturally, but I couldn't consciously tell you whether or not it actually hurt. I just sort of went through the motions. Really weird. And it was like, just one of them things where it's like, and then I remember my sergeant came up to me, like, I was a sergeant too, but she was like the one above me. She was my leader, and she was like, did you just close your hand in the door? And I was like, yeah. And I showed her my hand real quick, and she was like, holy fuck. She was like, do you want me to take you to the medic station? You want me to take you, we gotta go now? And I'm like, no, I am not going to them. And, you know, a lot of people feel this way about that. And it's like, I'm not here to talk shit, man. I've just seen what I've seen, and I understand what I understand. And I know how it goes, the rigmarole, and what they're gonna give me to satiate the pain. And I know what they're not going to do. And I know how bad it really is according to me, and not some doctor I've seen this a billion times. I know what to do according to my book, or according to whatever it is I think. I'm like, you know what, dude? I am way too, like, it's not like a headstrong thing. I was just raised this way, and I am this way naturally. This is who I am. Is that, I mean, I'm a pretty good gauge as to whether or not I need, like, if I need your help and stuff. Like, I'm not the kind that just says, no, I'm gonna get it myself even if I break my back. Like, of course I'm not gonna break my back. If I need some fucking help, I'll ask for it. If I can't find help, I'll fucking wait. I can't break my back, you nuts? I can't put that door shut on my hand. It was the silliest thing in the world, but it was so calm. Nobody even knew it went on. And I hopped out calmly, too, and I went to wash it off with a bottle of water, because it's not like you've got, you know, running sinks and shit like that. Look at this bottle of water, really. So, anyways, my sister was like, wow. And I was like, no. I was like, I know when things are really bad. And I caught this one lucky because I shut the whole door on it. I told her, I was like, I don't know how I didn't chop it off. I don't understand how I didn't chop it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did my hand survive it? A 450-pound up armored door. Was it more than that? Maybe it was 450, maybe it was 660. Nah, I think it was 450. Which is very, very heavy, you know. I mean, considering your hand and how big it is in space and time, and in comparison to, geez, like the amount difference is, well, it's egregious, my friend. It's an egregious difference. So I am very lucky, is what I would say, blessed. Perhaps I am, say, very excellent. You know, it's always one of them things where it's like, okay, so if you're good at this enough to not, like, chop your hand off, apparently, because there's really there's nothing that explains why it didn't, honestly. I mean, we went to school for these vehicles. I went to, like, I think it was like a 5 or 6 week course that I had to take in like another state that my unit funded for me to learn about these vehicles and become a specialist on them as a mechanic. So it's like you go to the school and you learn the mechanic side and everything about the newest up armor vehicles, what you're gonna see out there, the older versions, everything. You get like the ins and the outs, the tips, the tricks, everything you need to know, plus the basics all over again, like just to go over it as a mechanic on these vehicles. Because, like, you know, the more bells and whistles, like pneumatic doors, it's like before we just had plastic fucking doors. Plastic. They weren't even like doors, they were just plastic. You could just pick them up, and these little spokes, these little rods, just, you'd pick it up and the rods would come out of the, you know, like the latch that like holds the door. Like you would just set the 2 rods right through it and the door would just be in there. And plastic doors, anyways. And then I experienced plastic all the way up until my vehicle weighed, which is a recovery vehicle, which is a basically the term for a tow truck, military tow truck in the Army. It's called a wrecker. And my vehicle went all the way up from, like, I think, what the heck was it? I'm trying to think in garrison, like, what is my tow truck, my wrecker, what the heck does it weigh when it's, like, not overseas in a war zone, like, or just soaking wet before they even knew to put armor on it? I don't know. There's no way it's more than 100,000. I'm betting less than that. 100,000. That's really heavy, you know. But I know that by the time I left from my 3rd deployment, they had came out with one with more armor. I'm not sure I actually got to experience that one, really. It was a very strange end of deployment for me. So, it seems how it always is, too, you know. It's like when the new guys come in and the old guys are leaving. Sometimes you get like new stuff. Sometimes it just happens that way. And you either make it at a perfect time. And it's tough because, you know, it's coming overseas and it's like, it's also a war zone. So like when it actually shows up and when it's scheduled to show up and if something goes right, if something goes wrong, if somebody switches it up because they felt uneasy, the pilot just decides to come in fucking 20 minutes early, I could be leaving by then or left 20 minutes, you know, I could have just missed it. So it's like hit or miss with some of these brand new vehicles. And if you miss that one, you know, that's like missing Windows 96 or 93 after like 92, and you're like waited 7 years for the new one to come out, and you're like, fuck, I missed it, you know. And it's just not the same. It's not the same if you miss something like that. Like, what do you do? Because it obviously takes time to get the next new one. Not very often, you know, it didn't take long. I mean, geez, you know, I was only in a little over 10 years. I went from plastic doors to over 400,000 pounds. My vehicle weighed with the armor and everything. That's not even soaking. That's not even including like all the additions, like the chains that are required for the vehicle, like all the things that comes with, like the oxygen, acetylene, the, you know, the toe pentals and the fucking, I don't even remember what those things are called. I just make a hand movement like, oh, you should know what that means, man, because that's what it. I have to move them to get them like in place when you're using them. I mean, there's tow truck shit, you know. Wow, I think I'm done. You know, it's tough at first, and then just got easier. Okay. Anyways, my poor hand, you know, and it healed up, and I still have a scar. Well, that's cool. I wonder if you can actually see that or not. I doubt it. You know what I mean? Let me see. Let me see if you can see that. This I ain't even gonna focus on this shit. Jeez, I don't even know how you'd ever see it. You know? Anyways, it was like right here. From like this big knuckle right here to here. Oh, there it is. Can you see? It's like white right there. And it was just a one straight line, and it was like a deep cut in. You saw the bone, but you just saw it. It wasn't like, whoa, dude, it's like chicken finger night just ended. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I would say it wasn't that bad. I thought I was gonna lose my fucking half hand. I remember looking up and I'm like, if I open this door, half my hand falls out. What do I do? Like, that seriously crossed my mind. So I just took my time opening the door, and nobody even knew my hand was hurt until my sergeant looked around and she was like, watching me pour water on my hand. It's like, okay, did you just, you know, it was just crazy. Anyways, what a weird fucking story to like run into while I'm putting a seat cover on. Maybe it's like some mechanic value in it, because I'm like doing work on the car or something. I don't know. Anyways, you want to see these car seats? Like, check it out. I'm already up to 20 something minutes, and that's gonna take me like 5.5 hours to upload, which is just crazy. But the resolution these days, I guess, you know, takes so long. So check it out. It's like an 80s retro synth wave. It's like a grid. You know, it's really hard to see because it's like almost dark here. Can you see it on this one better? Check this out. I got these. Can you see that? It's like a grid. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can kind of see that. It's like a grid. And it's like, you know, it's from the top of this. Let me use this one. Oh man, how nice, looks a little prettier in the way the light's hitting it. And it goes from like the top there. Sorry. Oh shit, okay. And oh, there we go. Sorry. And that's the bottom. So it's like straight down the middle. And it looks a lot cooler than it seems like it looks right now. And it's like, oh, this one just looks kind of pastel. You know, it's a lot more impressive being able to see it in person. I'll have to like make another video again maybe and go over it again like when the sunlight or the light's right a little better. Got my steampunk glasses in here and stuff. A couple of random items. All those cleaning supplies back there. Jeez, man, I cleaned up. Look at this upholstery. Look at this. It's like white. This is a 23-year-old car. Look at how white that is. Can you even believe it? You even fucking believe it? Look at even the sides of the doors. Like right. Oh, you can't. Wrong side. Oh, like right here. These pieces right here. Look how white that is. Look how fucking white that is. I use like 7 bottles of Dollar Tree cleaning products. I don't know if it was 7 bottles exactly, but like somewhere between 5 and 7 bottles. So it cost me like a good $9 maybe total. But dude, that's how much you'd buy getting the good shit. Maybe even more. And I'm telling you, it's fucking... This is the other side. Oh no, I already showed you that side. And it's like even the armrest. Look how white that is. I'm not even kidding. It's not the light. That's really that white. And it's like, look at the, I don't know if you can see the... No, man, that's tough. That's a really tough one to try to see. Maybe if we can get this side. Nah, you know, I'm gonna have to like wait, I guess, maybe. Well, these are my mats. It's like a, whoa. Okay, it's like a silver, kind of metal looking. What I was going for. Silver metal, these are the back ones. Beards. And I got the trash thing. I gotta empty that out. Clean supplies. And then maybe you can see like, can you kind of see like, oh, the passenger side carpet, the floor carpet. You can kind of see it on the sides there. It's tough because I got that mat there. But like, if you can like look at that, look at how clean that actually looks. Can you even tell that's ever even? You know, I'm just impressed with how clean that shit really got it. You know, it's just dollar store items. And it's like, you know, you just... You know, those are cool mats, huh? Those things are cool. I'm really glad I got those. But just, geez, you know. I can't believe for $1. I would never scoff at Dollar Tree when it comes to cleaning products. I have never been disappointed. I mean, anything from like a degreaser to a fucking upholstery cleaner. It's gotten like dark chocolate pudding stains out of my carpet from a guest. I guess, because I didn't really go much in that room, and I don't... Anyways, it doesn't really matter how it got there. What matters is that a couple of spritz on there, I just left it, and then I vacuumed, and then I saw it again. I was like, oh geez, you know, and so I spritzed it again, left it for a while, and like just enough to kind of soak it a little bit, like not half the bottle. It was just like, you know, 7 to 10 squirts of that stuff. That was like wet, you know, it had to dry and shit. I didn't scrub it or anything like it says you should. And I'm telling you, I can't see the stains on there. Dark chocolate pudding. Dark chocolate. That shit was black. Black. I was like, man. And it's not like my carpet's white. You know, it's kind of an opaque or something, whatever you call it. But I was like, damn, man. Like, what do I do? Like, my security deposit's fucked. But no, dude. Upholstery cleaner. It's like 24 fluid ounces of upholstery cleaner for $1.25. I'm like, I'm sold. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not buying anything else. Even if I gotta use 7 bottles, I'm still saving money. Like, forget it, you know. And it smells like clean in here, because before it smelled like somebody smoked a lot of cigarettes in here over a long period of time. It's not like they were just gross people that took care of it. It's like, you know, just cigarettes over that amount of time. If that many owners had smoked that much and never really did a lot of upkeep on it as far as like the cleaning goes, because their innards are fine, the parts, everything seems to be normal wear and tear. But you know what I'm saying? And I didn't go crazy on it. I sprayed a lot of stuff on it, And I did scrub a little bit on some of the areas. But I'm telling you, I didn't break my back over it. And I am impressed as fuck with the way it came out. So I recommend Dollar Tree's cleaning stuff any day of the week. You know, in case that helps you out. You're like trying to clean up your 23-year-old car and shit. And you're like, oh gosh, I can't afford it this month. It's like, fucking don't then. Go to the Dollar Tree. You know, at least you can get a 24-ounce bottle. That's a lot of fluid, man. Fluid cleaner. Alright, you know, I gotta put these things on there. Little hooks for the back so I can, like, attach shit. Like, hang shit back there. I got, like, I have all these items that I've sort of picked up along the way over the months. That will be part of the theme in here. Oh, I got the steering wheel cover, too. Well, you can kind of see how cool it looks with the steering wheel cover. The light's a little better. But you know, it takes time, like one thing at a time. And I'll have this thing looking. Oh, and I put this down. This is a carbon fiber. I'm not sure. It's like a stepping tape, but it's like a luxury sort of tape, like. It's almost like having a floor, it's almost like having a rug in your hallway or something. Or if you have like wood floors, you have like a runner, like a, I don't know, it's just sort of a, like garnish for a car, I suppose. And it just kind of like makes it look a little nicer, you know. This is a little additive, and it's like tape that can come off really easily if you wanted to. And this carbon fiber, it's pretty neat looking. I think it's like a 3D or a 4D carbon fiber, like whatever dimensional that means. But it almost looks like you're looking into a 2D or a 3D environment where this three-dimensional object exists. It's like really weird that it's like a 4D or a 5D carbon fiber. It's hard to explain what that is until you look at it, and then you're like, oh, okay, I can clearly see there's a little bit more dimensional, a more dimensional experience when you look at it. It definitely looks a little bit more complex than like just 2D or 3D or something. But yeah, so I got that on all of these. You know, I got it on that one too, man. Can you see it? Look how white that is. Isn't that crazy? Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. It's not like totally even with like, you know, what's already here. You can kind of see the, you know, that there. What are you gonna do? You know, it looks a lot better than it may seem. So I've done a couple things. I made like metal mesh, like a sun guard. You know what I'm talking about? How they have like mesh fucking things that you can like pull down for like your kid in the back seat, or like just to keep your groceries not so hot in the summertime. And they got those that you can buy. Well, I just took some wire mesh, 40 mesh metal wire. That's all it is metal. And put some duct tape. And then I stuck it in the window fucking thing right there. You know? Kind of jammed it in there a little bit. Which is like totally acceptable. And, you know, I got one on the other side there too. Can you see it from over here? Maybe not. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, so that's good to go. And that's the one on this side. It's got like a little black one. A little black piece of duct tape. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it doesn't like fill the whole window or anything. But it helps out, you know, with the sun, and it's cool because it's fucking metal. I mean, it's gotta be metal, you know? Yeah. So this is like my car. And she's 23 years old, and I'm taking really good care of her. She only needs one more part, and the thing's like somewhere between 900 and a little over 1,000. It's an exhaust part. And it is not a crucial part unless you're getting an emissions test, which I am not. So I am saving for this part. But it's not like it's gonna disrupt the airflow or, you know, the normal cycle of a system to keep it running or anything. The exhaust is fine. It just needs new emissions type parts, and those are kind of expensive. Well, anyways, thank you for hanging out with me and putting on the seat and listening to my crazy ass story of my one-of-a-kind moment of actually slamming a door on my hand, thinking I was going to cut it off, chop it right off. So, I don't know. Man, we really talk about some crazy things sometimes. I will, have to end it. I mean, it's at like 36.5 minutes. That's going to take me like at least 6 to 7 hours to upload. And that's just a pain. But I'll try to get some more wraps out. Like, I can't really think of what else. I gotta clean a friend's car tomorrow. They're inside their car and stuff. So maybe I'll get a video out tomorrow. I'll try to cut them shorter. Man, I didn't want to run it so long. I just kept going on about my hand and pneumatic shit. Alright, so you have a good day. And be careful with doors in your hands. And I don't know, 10 times out of 10 you'll be okay according to my data and statistics to date. I only did it once and I was fine once. So that's 10 out of 10, okay. 10 out of 10 doctors. You know what I'm saying. 10 out of 10 made sense to me. It's like 100% you'll be okay. You know, I think it's only every once in a while you hear about that one guy, that one girl, that one thing that happened. It was like a fluke fucking what the fuck geomagnetic surge or some shit went on in the atmosphere that nobody can account for. And they're like, how and why? And it was like, you know, I don't even know, you know. And it's like almost like an investigation. It's so fucked up a fucking whatever went on. But the odds that you're actually going to experience something like that yourself is, I would say slim. I mean, what the heck do I know? I only took one statistics class. And if it is that rare of an occasion or an experience that you have, I hope it's a positive one. You know, it's kind of positive for me to close my hand on a giant door like that and live to tell about it. And be like, man, I fucking beat that door up. You know, it's tough to say. I got some pretty big, like, knuckle. You know, they're very, very bony and they're very, very pronounced. I have very big knuckles, so me and my anatomical structure alone and the way I am built made a difference. It's true, it can make a difference. Alright, so with that in mind, enjoy your day and enjoy the weather. It's like I don't want to stop talking or end the video anyways. It's going on like 40 minutes now. Oh my goodness. Oh hey, check this out. I got this for my first steampunk volunteer event. I still have it. I keep it in my car and shit. It's so cool because it's got my name on it, you know. So it just like kind of hangs out there. Alright. Now I'm just being ridiculous. Okay. It's like I feel like I'm forgetting to say something, perhaps. I feel like I probably had something to say. Like an update or something important. That's probably why I keep doing this. Where I'm like... ... for a minute. I don't know. I can't remember. If I do, I'll just make another video that's like a couple seconds or a couple minutes explaining it. If it's that fucking serious, it seems like it's wiping out half my brain to just like, don't hang up the phone yet. So it must be something. And, self-love, self-care. You know, take breaks if it's hot out. Take breaks if you need one. Don't push yourself too hard and shit. And lots of love and clean cars, historical cars. My car is deemed historical ever since it was 20, so that's cool. And I don't know, I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.